Hello, this is Devontae for Veteran Home Realty. Here in Orlando, Florida, it is the 11th. Still a little excited about my birthday. 26 years old, just had it on July 9th. So just grateful for another year. Grateful to keep on doing what I'm doing and helping people and connecting people to becoming homeowners. Yes, that is the word. That is the mission. And just awesome because so many people are just so excited. When you tell them about a property that you have, and they've been renting or they've been in a townhouse or condo, and they're just like, wow, I just want my own space. I want my own yard. I want my own garage to work on my vehicles or and let my dogs run away free and loose. It's just such a great feeling to be able to play that matchmaker and be able to help out these buyers because they really do need it. And just the situation that they're living in right now, they might have 5 kids, and just a 3-bedroom townhouse just isn't going to cut it for them. And to be able to provide the service to people is truly amazing. It's what gets me up in the morning. Makes me, I only get about 3 hours of sleep on the weekdays. Save all my sleep for the weekends, to where I might get, 6 to 7, 8 hours, possibly. But typically, on the weekdays, about an hour and a half, 3 hours. What I do is I get up at 5:30, and I just start getting to work, getting my content, getting my videos, looking for all my leads, handling everything, talking with employees and everything, and make sure this is up loud enough. I don't know if I'm too quiet. Looks like it's up all the way. I'm hoping that you're hearing me. Uh, okay, let me try something. We go to the control room. Um, okay, it looks like it's up as much as possible. So wait, whoa, nope, it's not. It's not. Okay, there we go. Now it is up as much as possible. Yes. Now we're able to take out the enemy, like my drill sergeant used to say. Um, yeah. So, you know, I, I don't get very much sleep during the week. You know, get up at 5:30, and just straight just work right away, and I'll get about hour nap throughout the day, and then I usually go to sleep around 3 o'clock, 3:30 or 4, and then it's the same thing over and over the next day and next day and next day. But it's okay because when you're doing what you like doing, you don't mind not getting so much sleep. And that's the beauty of it because so many people, they they get into business, or they get into jobs, or they want to work from home, or they want to do something to where they don't have to work, they don't have to get up, or and they just want to, especially the modern day entrepreneur. Well, you've heard, I don't know if you've heard of the book 4 Hour Work Week, to where you're only working 4 hours if you want to, and I mean, I definitely don't hate on anybody that would want to work only 4 hours a week, or I mean, I don't want to force, or I don't want to you know nag anybody to feel as though they only need an hour and a half of sleep, or they get all their sleep on the weekends. Definitely, whatever makes you happy. For me personally, I feel when you're doing what you're like doing, I mean, I live such an amazing life right now, just not even just financially wise, but just information wise. Um, it's just an awesome part of my life because I'm meeting so many different people, so many different walks of life, helping so many different people, learning different things, and that most people you know um, might not ever have a chance to learn. But right now I'm just really, really fortunate that I have the time right now to learn the stuff I do, and I'm able to apply it. Typically around like 9 o'clock, 9:30. I go and I head to the gym, and I run about, you know, I run for about an hour, hour and a half. Try to do that, and then I try to go on the treadmill and do a 5K. Um, for majority of my family, we actually had a lot of health problems. Uh, heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, and things of that nature. So, uh, it's very important that I keep my health, top level, because, uh, it is very susceptible to pass on to me and make it very hard for me to live. So I definitely want to keep myself exercise, keep my discipline, and keep my training. So that's just a little bit of me for today, or tonight, I should say. Okay, the topic is I have a loan on my house. Can I still rent it? So that's a good question right there. We get a lot of seller objections that, well, I still have a mortgage payment on the bank, and the bank would they approve, or I don't believe they would approve of me renting out my house. And there's a few ways to go about this. You know One, you can do a land contract, owner financing. Now with a land contract, the banks are familiar with that, and they can or cannot approve that. Doing a land contract with you know with a owner finance buyer. So I've known some people that do land contracts and get it approved through their bank, and the bank says yes, go ahead, you can do it. And it works. Sometimes the bank just never gets back to them, and you need something done with your house. So there's the objection of can I rent out my house? I have a loan on it. Well, through my experience is that what the bank really cares about is getting their monthly rent, getting their monthly check. They want their monthly payment, right? The bank really isn't in the business of taking back houses, because then they have inventory sitting, and then it's not making any money when they're sitting. Then they have to put all these regulations on it. They might have to go through a code of conduct to make sure it's ready to sell right back in the market, and stuff like that. And it's just not in their best interest to take back these properties. That's why banks, they're so far away from doing foreclosures. They'll work with people because it just doesn't behoove them to hold on to properties. So let's say they say, oh well, I'm renting out my house. What if the bank finds out and they say, well, we don't want nobody renting out the house? Well, the thing is that like I said before, the bank only really cares about their rent. As long as the rent is being paid for. Perfect example, if me, Devontae, I call Sherry's house. I call Sherry's bank, and I say, hey, I'm Devontae. I want to pay Sherry's monthly payment. I call up Wells Fargo. I'll never have a situation to where they're like, well, Devontae, why are you paying Sherry's monthly payment? And they're smart. I'm pretty sure they understand that for whatever reason sellers have to rent out their house. They're going on vacation or situation pops up, and they need to put somebody in the house, maybe short term or maybe longer term. As long as they keep getting their rent, they're not going to ask questions. And you have to really, 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 just push the bank to, just a far degree to make them want to take back the house, whether it's a due on sale clause or a foreclosure. So they're getting everything they want. They're getting their monthly rent, and they're not causing any disturbance. then everything is typically fine. You know, so as long as you're not causing any red flags and you're just going about everything copacetic, you're not going to have any problems. And this is the power of why we deal with high end buyers, is because the buyers that we deal with are coming from such a higher level in life that they're used to not causing waves. They're used to doing everything professionally. The doctors, lawyers, dentists, and they're used to coming in and seeing things out, and not flashing the red tape, and not causing the red flags, and not bringing negative and wrong attention to themselves. So to kind of throw the little objection rebuttal of, can I have a loan on my house, can I still rent it? Just millions of people do it a year, and the bank, unless they find out otherwise of why they're not getting their rent, they're typically not going to do much of anything about, or nothing at all about you renting out your house. They're not going to be driving by on the daily saying, oh, who's that, who's in there. Well, that's not, it's not who I gave the loan to. So that's just some feathers to keep in the hat, is that just we always just strive to keep you know all legitimate people and all legitimate factors in every equation that we deal with, in every situation, paperwork and just people, their history, their conduct, behaviors, and everything is pretty much smooth sailing when you do it this way, and when you make sure that you're doing everything to the letter. This is Devontae at Veteran Home Realty. Thank you and have a great day.